Welcome, everyone. This is a brand new segment for Aquarian Anarchy. We're going to call it Philosophical Prophets. And our first philosophical prophet is none other than H.L. Mencken with this brilliant quote: "The whole aim of practical politics is to keep the populace alarmed and hence clamorous to be led to safety by an endless series of hobgoblins, most of them imaginary." Marcus, where'd you find this quote?
This is actually I had stumbled upon Mencken several years ago. This comes from his In Defense of Women. It's a book he did. The title's pretty self-explanatory,
Mm-hmm.
but it is. The reason I like it is because Mencken has a way of using humor and sarcasm to bring truths to light, and he was certainly an anarchist, and so for me, I like the way that he points out that most of the BS that the government does is all based on hobgoblins or imaginary demons that are about to hurt us. You can think of every single thing that's happened in major events, from the magic virus to the two buildings that fell down, all hobgoblins designed to remove freedom. So, Nico, what do you think of the quote?
It's very, very direct, and it points out how you said they use the Wizard of Oz curtain on our asses, and they most definitely they put a blindfold over our faces and they punch us in the face repeatedly, and we see them put the blindfold over our face and like, who punched us? Hey, who's doing that? Can you stop it?
Right.
So, like, and like I said, since it's so direct and to the point, you can see how not even just the magic virus, it's like from our day-to-day foods. Like we can't fuck around and grow our own food in our front yards. You gotta have them in the back, and you gotta go to an ordinance to see if it's permissible in your area, because I have to ask for permission from daddy old government. So it's facts,
Yeah.
With facts.
Yeah, that reminds me of this story. I've told it a few times before. I'm not sure if I've told it here on this show, but there was a group of hunters that donated 1,800 pounds of deer meat to a homeless shelter back in, like, I don't know, 2009 or somewhere in that neighborhood. And the Louisiana Department of Health cut open all the packages, threw them in a dumpster, and poured bleach all over them, because they weren't like FDA approved and they hadn't gone through their health inspection and all this stuff. Yeah. So they're here to protect you, and they're here to feed the homeless.
I mean,
this is what
and
they
to
do.
lie to you. I mean,
right. So it was funny because Nico said the thing about, like, they put a thing over your face and then they punch you. It's almost like, that thing that, like, a bully will do to somebody, or like you can do it to, like, your little brother or something, where you take their hand and then you make them punch themselves. It's like that. It's like they do that to us a lot. They, like, grab our hands and make us punch ourselves. They're like, hey, look, you saw the thing, or they said, look, the Canadian government said, we never said it was mandatory. Nobody had to do this. Nobody had to get those shots.
Right.
They did it all voluntarily, except that you would lose your job, lose your apartment, lose your bank account. Like, well, look, nobody said you had to do it, though. You just can't have any of that stuff.
No, you could just be homeless. You could just be homeless.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, all of this is curable, people. Because what Mencken's talking about in this quote is that, that this is all imaginary. What they're trying to do is keep you afraid. All you got to do is stop being afraid. And then you start on the road to becoming free.
That's right. So you know what to do, right? What do you do?
Stay free.
Stay free.
Peace, y'all.